Hello everyone, Ayumilove here, back again with another Awaken Chaos Era video. In today's video, I'll be going over quickly the new legendary fire hero who is also known as Geironul, and currently there's a few more days to get her through the special banner as you can see here, this special summon. And in this video, I'll be also going through her abilities and to see where is she good at, and also what are the stats to prioritize, the gears recommended for her. And before I dive into the content, there's a new code that was released by Ace, and let's check them out together. So we go to the settings here, the home button, settings, account, redemption code. I think let's paste it as a redemption code here is Ace RTA, which stands for the real-time arena. This one is because Ace recently released the real-time arena for players to test it out. So by using this redemption code, you get some resources. So click OK and click confirm. So let's redeem these resources from the mail and see what they gave us. So as you can see here, finally Ace ushered in the RTA era. It's time to wake up. So what do we get here? We have 5 meal coupons, 5-star Holy Pumpkin, as well as a 6-star Legendary Boots custom chest for Warrior set, Raptor set, and Vanguard set. So let's claim them. I think this one has an expiry date. Before this redemption code become expired, maybe it's by the end of this month. So this is my Geironul. I have her level 60 and 1 ascension up. So she has an S rating for attack, A rating for health and critical rate, and B rating for defense and speed. So let's quickly check out her trait and abilities here. So her trait is known as the Coiled Sprint, grants 1 rage at the end of a turn, plus either a 50% or 100% chance of a bonus turn. Based on the amount of this character's rage, return rage to 0 after triggered. Cooldown is 1 round. So basically what this means is this trait can only activate once per round, and each rage increases the odds of the bonus turn to activate within that round itself. So 1 rage is equivalent to 50% bonus, 50% success rate, and having a 2 rage, which is equivalent to having a 100% chance to trigger the bonus turn. And if you equip Geironul in a curse set, she has a chance to proc the bonus attack within that bonus turn as well. So that's basically it. And in order to unlock the next ascension that grants the death immunity for 1 turn at the start of the battle, you need to get 5 copies of Geironul here. As you can see here, she needs around about 5 copies to unlock this death immunity. So is it worth to get 5 copies of her? I don't think so, unless you're a hardcore arena player. Then this one will be beneficial, especially to provide her with some survivability on the first round, where the enemies may choose a team that can AoE nuke your heroes within the first round itself. Alright, so let's quickly go through her abilities now. So her first ability is known as the Charge of the Dawn, which deals 120% damage to an enemy with a 100% chance to apply the no positive effect for 2 turns. So basically this means that if you want to utilize this no positive effect against heroes who relies heavily on buff to protect themselves or boost up their heroes' offensive or defensive capabilities, then you need to have some focus stats on her. At least recommended 60% focus if you want to apply this debuff. And based from her character design, she's blonde with gold equipments and spinning spear. She looks like a light affinity hero, which means that a light affinity hero will have additional 30% focus stats. However, I think the Ace developers changed her to a fire affinity, which means she doesn't have that 30% focus stats. So that means you will not be able to benefit from the 30% focus to apply this no positive effect. There's a recent change that they have done to the previous legendary heroes who is Lydia. Previously, Lydia also, she's a damage dealer similar to Geironul, but she also has a debuff that she placed on her basic ability, which is the accuracy down. However, the recent revamp changed it to a buff to apply to herself instead, because she is a colored affinity. She's a water affinity hero. So that's the revamp. I'm not sure whether the Ace developers will also revamp this basic ability to change this debuff to a buff instead, similar to Geironul, because most damage dealers does not apply debuff unless their role is a debuffer that applies the defense down to make the rest of the allies to deal more damage instead. Alright, for the second special ability, Wheel of Fire, which has a 2-turn cooldown, which is quite special because most of the AoE attacks will have at least like 3-turn cooldown or 4 turns skill cooldown. So for this special ability, it deals 120% damage to all enemies and prolongs this character's duration of their positive effect for 1 turn. So in order for you to benefit this extension of buff duration, I highly recommend you to pair her with Geironul, because in her skill kit here, she does not have anything that boosts up her attack like critical rate, critical damage, or attack up, or damage up. So you need to pair her with support heroes such as like Yolanda, Rozak, Bran, or any heroes that can provide attack up buff to boost up her damage. Okay, and last but not least, her ultimate ability known as the Dawn of Fire, which has a 4-turn skill cooldown, deals 120% damage to all enemies while ignoring up to 90% of the enemy defense based on the difference between these characters and the target's initial attack. This ability grants death immunity for 1 turn upon defeating an enemy. So the last statement here, this ability grants death immunity. If you're able to defeat the enemy with this Dawn of Fire, she'll gain this. However, if you're using her Geironul for PvE content, it will be quite difficult to do so because most of the enemies, such as like in the Void Tower Heart or Void Tower Mythic, those enemies have tons of health and defense as well as attack stats. Although the enemies in the PvE content does not have high critical rate, the developers made it in such a way that they have high amount of attack stats to compensate the lack of critical rate damage. So having a high amount of attack stats more than Geironul, she'll not benefit from this ignore defense. However, this one will be beneficial for, I think especially for Arena. She's made especially for Arena here, based on this statement, ignoring up to 90%. It's not 90%, but up to 90%. So it can be 0%, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. This one is a range rather than a hard-coded 90% here. If this one was a 90% straight up, then it'd be super powerful. However, this is not the case. This one reminds me similar to how the Uzak mechanism. Okay, and this one is also another AoE attack, which means that Geironul has 2 AoE attack to wipe out the enemies in front of her, especially against like weak affinity heroes like Yolanda and Mitasia, as those are the 2 popular heroes that are used in the arena, especially for real-time arena. Alright, so based on these skills, it seems like she's mostly a damage dealer but a bit of a debuffer there. So based on that, these are the stats that I prioritize on her. She has around about 5,177 attack, 100% critical rate for most damage dealers, 220% critical damage, and 127 speed, and 21.5% focus. So if you want to build her as a damage dealer, I highly recommend you to stack up high amount attack, critical rate, and critical damage. It's best to balance the attack and critical damage so that you deal out more damage, especially when you're gearing her in every set. If you want to use her no positive effect, I recommend you to get at least 60% focus. And that's about it. And also if you plan to use Geironul against like blue or water affinity heroes, I recommend you to also get her some precision, around about 130 to 150 precision, if you are mostly encountering water affinity heroes in the arena. So let's check out the gear on how I set her up. So currently I have a warrior set, and every set on Geironul, warrior set provides 15% attack, and every set grants this character 50% bonus damage when attacking over an area. Since her ultimate ability and special abilities are AoE, I highly recommend you to use every set to make use of to boost up her damage output for those 2 skills. However, this one can only trigger once per round. Alright, So let's quickly go through the equipment to check out what are the stats to look out for each gear. So for the weapon, I prioritize our critical and critical damage. Ideally, this one would be an attack percentage or precision. Next would be the helmet, which has attack, critical and focus. Ideally, this would be critical damage if I want her to be more damage dealer eccentric. And this one would be not a flat attack, would be a roll in the attack stats here. And this is the warrior chest plate with some precision, critical damage and critical rate, which is ideal for arena. And this is attack boots with some focus, health, critical damage and critical rate. This is a attack ring with some health, critical rate and speed. And finally, this is an attack necklace with some speed, critical rate, resistance and health. Ideally, this would be focus if I want her to be a debuffer. And this one would be critical damage. Here are her glyph stats. Basically, these are the total glyph that she will benefit from maxing out her glyphs here. And her abilities are all maxed out to demonstrate her power. Alright, so I'll be testing her in two areas. The first one would be the PvE content, which is the Arcane Dominator. Since she's a Fire Affinity hero, I'll be testing her in Roaring Tulpa, stage 12. And if she performs well, I'll also test her in the Hell mode stage 2 of Roaring Tulpa. And after that, I'll move on to the arena to see how she works. Alright, let's get going. Alright, we are now in the Roaring Tulpa Arcane Dominator, stage 12. So this is my team setup. I'll be using Florence, Geralt, Geironul and Hector. 3 attacker heroes supported by 1 supporter hero, Florence. Florence will provide the bonus attack so that my heroes here will deal more damage. Hector and Florence basically have the same debuff, which is the increased damage taken to apply to the enemy. While Geralt and Geironul is mostly like a damage dealer. For the spells, I'll be selecting Guy's Renewal for supplementary healing and Sundering Purgatory to make it easier to defeat the enemies. I've speed tuned Florence to go first to provide the bonus attack. So each time my heroes perform their ability, they'll perform this bonus attack. And this bonus attack, right, from Florence also stacked with the curse set. So if the heroes have a curse set on top of them, like what you saw there with Geralt and Hector, they can re-proc again. So this bonus attack can stack. Alright, so that was the Lotus Flower from Florence that allows the splash damage to knock out those minions. Alright, can we see Geironul in action here? My Geironul is a little bit slow. Alright, let's check out Geironul's ultimate ability damage here. Seems slightly lesser compared to Geralt. Alright, so the boss has around about 10% HP left. Probably we can take him down in the next round. I think it seems pretty easy using these fire heroes. Probably I'll test them out in the Hell mode stage 2. Alright, so let's check out the battle report there. See how much damage dealt by Geironul. So Geironul dealt around about 55,000 damage, which is almost same as Hector, while Geralt dealt around about 86,000 damage. And these are the damage taken. Florence, Geralt, Geironul and Hector here. The reason why Florence took the most damage because the Roaring Tulpa enemies will target the heroes that has the most health. And these are the healing dealt by Florence. Alright, so let's check out Geironul in the Hell mode stage 2. I'll be using the same team with the same spells. The problem with using Florence in the Hell mode stage 2, right? Because if you kill the minions first, the 2 big boulders behind the line there will be able to heal themselves back up. Alright, we need to nuke this guy down. in this round itself, or else the older guy would deal massive amount of damage. Okay, it looks pretty easy here. Alright, the big boulder is down. Seems the Geironul's special ability cannot nuke down these minions. I think with the if the minions here have at least the increased damage taken or the defense down, then probably Geironul will be able to nuke them down with the special ability. Alright, Geironul's ultimate ability here. He only took down around what, 5% health or 3% health there. Alright, the boss will apply his shield now, since his health is dropped below 50%. Oh yeah, the Geironul's no positive effect will not be able to block the boss shield. It's a kind of special shield that has the, you know, the golden bar around it. Oh, these enemies hit really hard. That is around about 6% damage down.
Never underestimate a lady.
The splash damage is quite useful here, already nuked down the side minion. Right, the boss has 9% health left. I think he can be finished off by Hector here, with all his bonus turn. Oh, Arrow performed the finishing kill. Alright, so let's check out better report there. Seems like Arrow dealt the most damage, around about 45% more compared to Geironul there, and followed by Geironul, and that would be Hector, close to 70,000 damage. These are the damage taken. Florence followed by Hector, because he's gaining those bonus turn and charging up the boss rage meter there. And the faster the rage meter the boss gain, the boss will be able to counterattack. Same goes to Geironul as well. And these are the healing darts. So right now I'll be showcasing Geironul's capabilities in the arena. I'm currently in the Platinum 2 tier, and I'll be going against this arena defense team. And currently there's an event going on, which is the arena event. As you can see here in the tavern, if you click on this events button here, there's the Arena of Glory event, which will be ending in 1 day and 16 hours at the point of this video recording. So be sure to complete all of your arena sessions in order to get all of these rewards. And if you're having difficulties in the arena, you can use this tip where you go into arena and set your defensive team as a one-man team, so that this allows other players to farm you, so that you go lower in the platinum tier. I think the max will be like platinum 5 within that tier itself, so you'll be able to fight against opponents that are much weaker than your team. So this is one way to easily farm the arena points in order to complete the arena event quickly. So that is one good tip. And let's continue with this showcase. So currently I'm in the Platinum 2 tier, so I'll try out this defense team. So the first defense team I see here is consists of like Valeria, Awaken, Brand, and Asher. So there is 3 supportive heroes, supportive defensive heroes, and 1 attacker hero. So let's see how Geironul performs against 2 of these water affinity defensive heroes, which is paired with 1 attacker. So usually for enemy setup like this, I'll use God Fairy to disable all of these enemy's abilities because Brand will apply an AoE shield. And I'll be using God Fairy here. And currently the enemy has 2 water heroes, so having opposite affinity such as like Vance, who is a wood affinity, is great against water affinity heroes. And I have Geironul here to showcase her abilities, and Hassel is here to support Geironul with his buff. So I'll use this team to showcase in this defense team. Alright, so my God Fairy has already disabled the abilities, although it's not shown inside this info tab. Hopefully the Ace developers will be able to resolve this issue. So first I'll be applying the Water Prison on Brand to prevent him from counter attacking each time his allies is being attacked by any of my heroes here. So the first thing I'll do is to maybe... Oh, the heroes are pretty fast, even with the speed up buff cast by Hassel to Geironul here. All of the heroes are pretty fast, as you can see here. Currently my Geironul is at around 125 speed, plus 50 speed from Hassel buff, which is this one, which is around 105, so probably it's due to this partial speed up buff here. So what I can do here is maybe I can cut in to try to disable one of the heroes here. Provide a bonus turn, so Geironul immediately gets a turn. So can nuke down either the Brand here. Probably the Brand has the lowest attack stats. Alright. Tasha went down pretty quickly. Probably she doesn't have sufficient defensive stats. Okay, probably now I can take down their Queen here. Right, so that was pretty close. Maybe let's apply some defense down. Okay, attack. So now we can cut in again, heal up everyone. Defense down on Valerian. Alright, so let's see Geironul's single target attack through her basic ability here. Around about 6,000 damage in total. Okay, let's try out another defense team. Alright, so this one is a good testing ground that has fully defensive heroes like Brand, Awaken, Tasha, and Mitasia. So we have a balance of color affinity hero here. We have like fire, water, and wood. So for this case, probably I can go for full damage since they do not pose any threat. So what I can do here is I can have Florence and paired with Luna Melissa to crowd control and Winstrax. So basically Winstrax will boost up everyone's speed to go first in the battle, Luna Melissa to crowd control, Florence to apply the AoE increased damage taken, and also apply this Sunring Purgatory, while Geironul will deal the massive amount of damage. Alright, defense down. Hit up everyone.
Let my power blow you away.
Bow before your king.
Why did they cut in? That's strange. Oh, they have the Tashi speed up buff. Okay. Oh no, Brand cleansed away all those defense down buff. Alright, so not to worry. So let's see Geironul's ultimate potential. See how much damage she can do before ultimate without any defense down. And with the defense up buff here. Let's target Nitasia here.
Meditate on your sins, fiend.
Oh, that was a close one. Alright, so let's try to reset Geironul's ultimate again.
Stand a chance against me.
Add the
Party started.
additional bonus attack. Let's stun their... Let's stun their Zachary. Okay. Let's nuke down their brand now.
I cast you down in the name of the light.
Alright, so let's increase our off duration.
Away with you, ancient shadow.
Let's slow down Tashi. Or slow down Zachary, since Zachary will be cutting Geironul. Okay. Reserve our healing.
My starlight will drag you to hell.
What? They just revived Nitasia? Oh, this is like round 2.
Away with you, ancient shadow.
Get away from this land.
Seems like Geironul does not do much damage to these blue affinity heroes.
Let my power blow you away.
Need to be quite lucky to perform a critical hit on this blue affinity heroes though.
Never underestimate a lady.
So I just transferred the attack down that Brand provided.
My time on invader.
Follow my commands.
Alright, so let's nuke down their Zachary since he's providing additional defense stats.
Meditate on your sins, fiend.
Okay, let's reset
You
our
don't
ultimate
stand a
again.
chance against me.
Check out the info tab. The skills are all on cooldown. Stun Zachary here. Let's take down Tashi.
Meditate on your sins, fiend. Away with you, ancient shadow. Let my power blow you away. Let's get this party started. Away with you, ancient shadow. You don't stand a chance against me. Meditate on your sins, fiend.
So based from this battle, it seems that Geironul is having quite some difficulties in defeating Tashi and Zachary. So probably if you want to go to counter Geironul here, the best would... Right, so this is the battle report. So basically we can see that Geironul is dealing the most damage among all of the allies here. And these are the damage taken by the enemies, the damage dealt by the enemies, and these are the damage taken. So the blue affinity heroes here does not take much damage because they are stronger affinity compared to Geironul. So based from this battle result, we know that Geironul will be having a difficult time countering against like water tanky heroes such as like Tashu and Hequin here. So in order if you would like to counter Geironul, probably using these heroes would be one of the solutions, especially for the real-time arena. Alright, next is another defensive team, but instead of Tashu, we have Blackhorn. So let's see whether damage sharing is it better compared to AoE healing.
The mountains
I'll be just using the same team here. Hopefully we can cut in to showcase the true damage potential of Geironul here.
Let my power
With the increased damage taken as well as the defense down. Alright, so we are able to cut in. So let's apply the AoE
get this party
increased damage taken here with bonus attack
Hmm.
on everyone here. Alright, 1 time speed. Use Geironul's ultimate ability against Mitasia since she's the weakest affinity hero.
Down in the name of the light.
6,000, 14,000, 19,000. It's around about 20,000 damage. Alright, so let's reset Geironul's abilities here.
You don't stand a chance against me.
And the Blackhorn. They use it against the Hequin.
I cast you down in the name of the light.
Around about close to like more than 20,000. I saw like 9,000, 15,000. Very high amount of damage. If when Geironul attacks the enemies with the defense down and increased damage taken here. So Geironul dealt around about say 2,000 damage. And these are the enemies damage dealt. Less than 500. These are the damage taken. I think these will represent the amount of health they have during the battle. So probably if the heroes have around about 15 to 14k, probably they are around like mid game player. Usually like late game players they will have more than 20,000 health. Like Brand here is around about 22 to 25,000 health. And these are the healing dealt. So let's see Geironul performance against like a defensive team that has one annoying hero such as like Lightwing Zachary, because Lightwing Zachary you require a hero that deals massive amount of damage for single target attack. So let's check this out.
The mountains hold many secrets.
Okay, oh, the brand is pretty fast.
Oh,
Let's see whether we can cut him.
let my power blow you away.
Okay, lucky we managed to cut him there.
My next performance, the blade taken.
Let's taunt everyone here. Okay, don't take too much bonus turn. Alright, so let's nuke them down.
Meditate on your sins, fiend.
We almost managed to take down Lightwing Zachary there. Okay, this is bad. So now there's no debuff on Lightwing Zachary now. Let's reset
You don't stand a chance
Geironul's
against
ultimate.
me.
Get some healing, fence away that immune buff. Okay, stun him. Oh, close. Alright, let's trigger another ultimate.
Meditate on your sins, fiend.
Okay, this Lightwing Zachary does not trigger too many bonus turn. Okay. So Geironul dealt around about 84,000 damage. The brand has a lot of health, man. 29,000 health. Followed by Vitasia that has 24,000. And finally 16,000 for Lightwing Zachary and Head Queen. Alright. So you need to have at least about 2 ultimates to take down that Lightwing Zachary. If Lightwing Zachary was really lucky and gained a lot of bonus turn during that attack, then it will be detrimental. Alright, so let's try out another Lightwing Zachary team that consists of like Head Queen, Crazy Ozak, Vitasia, and Lightwing Zachary.
The light prevails.
Right, they do not have any defense speed up heroes.
Let my power blow you away. My next performance, the blade tango. Ha!
Okay, hopefully Lightwing Zachary does not gain a bonus turn here. Oh no, gain bonus turn. Right, attack their Vitasia.
I cast you down in the name of the light.
Lightwing Zachary deflected the attack, that's why he did not receive that much damage. Alright, reset Geironul ability
You
gain.
don't stand a chance against me.
Oh no, bonus turn. That was close. Let's stun the Crazy Ozak. So it doesn't do anything. Okay, let's look down. Let's perform some healing. And I think I want to extend the buff duration first.
Away with you, shadow.
Okay, lucky again on the bonus turn. Let's use the ultimate ability there.
In the name of the light.
Alright, we managed to take down Head Queen there.
Never underestimate a lady.
Okay, that was a close one. Alright, so that's the end of the showcase of Geironul in the arena. Hopefully you get some ideas on how to use her by pairing her with some supportive heroes to boost up her attacks, such as like Wind Strikes, who can apply the buff up, speed up buff so she can go before the enemies, and provide her with some attack up buff, as well as to reset her ultimate ability so she can reapply her ultimate again against the enemies who are still remaining in the battlefield. And since for those players who do not have A5 Ascension on Geironul, the death immunity buff at the start of the battle, you can use like Luna Melissa to protect her against the enemy waves, so that the enemies would all target Luna Melissa. And to further boost up a damage output for Geironul, you can pair Geironul with Florence so that she'll be able to apply the increased damage taken, so that they will receive more damage. And in case the enemies have like speed up buff heroes such as like Hassel, Tashir, or Wind Strikes, then you can use the second strategy, which is to use like a slower team, like Yolanda, to protect her, and as well as use like other attacker heroes in case the enemy team has a mixture of like water and wood affinity heroes. So you can like pair her with like Vance or God Fairy to tackle against speed teams. Hopefully this video is helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date whenever I upload a new video to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!